All right, this is a guide for applying my Tomy DeLorean 1/10 scale tire decals. It may work on other 1/10 scale DeLoreans, will not work on the Hot Toys. It's not the right sizing. But you have 6, so you have 1 extra front and back in case you mess up. You're going to use X-Acto, preferably with a straight edge or scissors to cut them into individual tires. And then you're going to cut them down the middle so that you have the top and bottom. Keep the backing paper behind it at all times because these are pressure sensitive. So if you press down on them without the backing paper, they're going to stick to where you don't want them. So you want to make sure that your wheel is clean and dry. And I used alcohol, which I tested it first and it seemed to be fine. You could also use like eyeglasses cleaner, something like that, but you want to clean and dry with a lint-free cloth. Try to avoid paper towel because you may leave lint on there. So what you're going to do is make sure you get the properly marked rear or front. We're going to start with the top. You put the little guideline on the top of the rim, on the edge of the rim. Make sure your DeLorean logo is properly oriented. And you're just going to line it up with the logo on the rim and tape it here on the sides. Try to keep as much of the tape off the lettering as possible because it will affect... Oops, and I already lost the middle of the O. That's okay. I'll just tape it down in alignment there. And I'd recommend putting a little piece of tape on the top to keep that from sliding as well. We're going to do the same with the bottom. So once again, right on the edge, center it on the DeLorean. And like I said, if you mess up, you have an extra. All right. So then we're going to rub these down, and you can use a few different things. You can use like a pencil, which is nice because you can see where you've gone. I use a nice soft pencil. You could use like an orange stick or cuticle stick, or even like a spudger pry thing. We'll give the pencil a shot here. And I'm just going to go over everything kind of loosely at first, just so it starts to stick down. And it's okay if the pencil's not actually marking on the paper, because this is like a waxy paper, so you may not see much pencil mark. But you want to make sure you go over the whole thing. Using good pressure. Try to make sure you don't slide around the thing at all. A lot of times I like using my fingernail to kind of burnish it as well. That does a really good job. Now, on ones that have color to them, you can actually see when it separates from the backing. White, it's hard to do. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to peel up the top tape and very carefully peek under to make sure everything is stuck before you move it. So right now I can see that part of my R is not on there. So I'm going to try my orange stick this time, and I'm just going to burnish it. And the tire goes in a little bit here at the rim, so make sure that you rub down in that area too. Right. Check the R. All right, I think we're good. So I'm going to take off the top here. Make sure you don't get the tape on. I shouldn't have taped over that. There we go. Make sure you don't get the tape on any of the lettering. And it should be good to go there. Yeah, looks nice. If you mess up, you can use some alcohol to clean it off. It'll be smeary at first, but just keep going with a clean, another clean cloth, and use the alcohol, and it will clean it off. And like I said, just make sure you do a careful peel to peek under there before you peel it the whole way off. And then you're going to just repeat the same thing with the bottom to get that done. And if you get any on the rim or anything, you can use a little alcohol to scrape it off, or you may even be able to use the orange stick to scrape it off. And these are pretty durable. If you really pick at them, they can come off, but otherwise they should be good and won't come off unless you use some cleaner like alcohol or etc. So if you have any questions, you can contact me through the shop, and good luck on your DeLorean.